Bradley Martyn thinks he can beat up professional fighters. Some people agree with him and others don't, but what's the truth? Let's dive in and take a look at what sparked this heated debate.
You're way bigger than me, right? Like, you should say you weigh 260?
260.
And people think that, like, muscles, like, mean something. Muscles don't mean nothing. Like
yeah, if I could jump on you, then maybe. If I could hold you on the floor, sure.
Yes.
But in boxing, no, I know that's not how it works.
But even in a street fight,
I would beat the out of you in a street fight.
I would kill you, bro.
Yeah,
I would kill you, bro.
God, I love it.
No, like,
you think at your weight? What's your okay? I was trying to get your weight again.
So like around my walk around weight, I would kill you.
What's your weight? Damn it! I want his fucking weight.
No, so 150, around 150.
Bro, I would maul you at 150.
No,
100%.
No.
As confident as you are.
Okay, so let me tell you something.
150. You're talking about 150 pounds.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
You cannot take a punch though. So like you're not used to getting hit. So
I've been hit though.
No. But you've been hit.
Not by you.
But you've been hit by regular guys, like guys who don't even know how to punch. No. I'm talking about a guy that can hit you, and really knows how to hit, and somebody that can hit you again and again and again the same way. It will be hard. By the time that you like, I know everybody thinks like, oh, well, he's gonna if you grab me.
Yeah.
But you have to get to the point where you have to grab me. So
but
you're gonna take
fight.
So, but you have to get to me though.
Yeah.
So in the process of you getting to me,
you think you piece me up that fast?
I'm gonna hit you so many
times.
I'm gonna hit you so many times.
I want to do this so bad.
I'm gonna hit you so many times.
Oh fuck.
No. I'm gonna hit you so many times that by the time that you do get to me,
I'm asleep. No.
Now the thing is here, they're both right. If Bradley got a hold of Devon, then it's over. He'll smash him. But he does have to get to him first. And it's all about what would happen within that transitional period. Can Devon crack him before Bradley gets to him? Now, Bradley talks about how there's no rules in a street fight, which is true. And that means in the same way that Bradley could just tackle Devon out of nowhere, Devon could also just throw a hook, crack him, lights out before the fight even begins. And it reminds me of this old video. The Devon and Bradley fight could go exactly like this. If I've had to censor that video, I'll leave the link down below in the description. YouTube censorship, I'm sorry. The little guy was probably 140, 150 pounds, and the big guy definitely looked around 220 pounds. But still, that doesn't matter when you get hit with a clean strike. Sneeko summarised it here.
So you're going to try to come and run in, body shot here, body shot to the chin. He's accurate, he knows where to hit. You're going to expose yourself and then a couple punches. I think you're really overestimating your chin. I know because you're a big guy, you're 260. Your chin is not 260. There's no bench press for your chin.
And then the debate got a little bit more heated when he had Nate Diaz on his podcast, and Nate Diaz is MMA royalty, and then Bradley and his ego had to ask the same dumb question.
You think you beat me in a street fight?
Huh?
You think you beat me in a street fight?
You in a street fight?
Yeah.
You're a podcaster, brother.
I love it. So the answer is then yes, yeah?
Of course.
I love it.
Yeah, not you personal though, but anybody, any size is like easy.
No, I was talking about me.
Yeah.
Because I asked Devin Haney. Devin Haney thought the boxer, he thought he beat me in a street fight 150.
Yeah. But yeah, he probably you up too though.
You think so? Nah, you really think so?
But
no, I'm 260.
I said probably you up.
You think a 150 pound dude?
I think
realistically.
You're talking about Devin Haney, the boxer.
The boxer, yeah. 150.
No, I think he'd find you. But if you grabbed a hold of him, like it's different. And you're talking about me too, so it's different. Like, look,
you're different to me than that.
I know. Yeah, for sure. Like if you fought Devin Haney, you got to get him good. You got to grab that little.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, and that's it, right? So you get a hold of him. You grab a hold of Devin Haney, he's probably most likely dead.
Yeah. But you
grab a hold of me, you're dead.
I love it.
Straight up.
I love it.
Because that's just different.
I don't know.
That's just a whole other story, though. That's a real fight, though.
I think I might be able to get you.
Yeah. You won't.
What Brad fails to realise here is that Nate is actually a lot bigger than Devon, and he has high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which actually negates any advantage that Brad has in the grappling department. So, sure, Brad might be able to grab Nate, throw him around a little bit, have a scuffle, but he's not going to be able to do anything else. Bradley doesn't know how to submit people, especially people who are experienced. He only knows how to submit smaller individuals who don't know how to fight. So with Nate Diaz, yeah, he might be able to control him a little bit with his pure strength, but he wouldn't be able to do anything. And I believe it'll just be a matter of time before Nate wraps him up in something and puts him asleep. Now let's address Brad's confidence. Where does it come from? It can't just be because he's got muscles. No, it comes from somewhere. Brad seems to have this idea that he can just grapple with someone someone, pick them up and slam them on the floor and crush the skull. That is one move that in his head he thinks would work, even if it was a professional fighter. The question is, why would he think this? The reason why he thinks he could do this is because he's done it multiple times, but only against people who are significantly smaller than him.
Flag! Oh, wait. Steve's got a call. Flag! That's a flag! That's enough!
Let's go, Steve!
Yo, rip his earrings off.
Let's go, Steve!
I got this! I got this!
Hey, if you win, you gotta hire new security.
I got my...
No tap, no tap, no tap! I didn't see it.
So yeah, Bradley can slam smaller people into the floor. Well done, Bradley. But all of those individuals in them clips then weren't professionals. And Brad is talking about doing this to professional fighters. So could he do this to Devon? Yeah, I think so. If he can get close before he gets cracked. But could he do it to a professional, smaller MMA or BJJ fighter? It's highly unlikely. And then he even said on a recent podcast with Brendan Schaub that he'd be able to crush Demetrius Johnson's head into the floor if he got hold of him.
In any distance. Now, if you bear hug him, like slam him to the ground, he has no jiu-jitsu, no wrestling. That one I can fuck with that.
Like, obviously.
Like, you're talking about like ground against a car, like fucking.
Yeah, like crush him.
Yeah.
Like, 150 pounds like a towel to me.
But now, Demetrius Johnson, who fights at 125 in a street fight, would fuck you up.
Why
dude.
Demetrius Johnson?
He's tiny, but he's black belt and everything when it comes to hand-to-hand combat.
But you don't.
So on the ground, I know you like. You'll think you'll like pick him up and slam him into the concrete, or I don't know where you're thinking it's going to go.
I'm going to crush his head on the floor.
No.
No? Mm-mm. Really?
No.
125 pounds?
Demetrius Johnson. So you're so big, I assume you think in like Rampage Jackson. If you've ever seen that against Paulo Filo, Paulo gets him in like an arm bar or a triangle, and he just picks him up, slams on the ground like Hulk, and knocks him out. So I assume you're thinking that.
Like kill them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
With the guys like that, they're going to get to your ankles so fast, you're not going to have time to pick them up. And then all they do is deal with big guys, so they know how to put you in a position where you don't have leverage to pick them up.
125 pounds, though? That's so
Demetrius,
light.
I know,
I can lift
dude.
it up with one hand.
I know.
He doesn't realise the speed, experience, and the technique of these smaller fighters is crazy. Bradley Martyn said he's 125 pounds. I could literally just lift him up like this. He's thinking about the weights he's lifting. And listen, I understand. I'm a weightlifter myself. I'm a personal trainer. I've lifted weights for years. So I understand he's thinking, okay, well, he's 125 pounds. I could just pick him up like this and then slam him and crush his head into the floor. But it doesn't work like that. By the time Bradley thinks about lifting him up, Demetrius Johnson would already be in a different position or climbed onto his back like a little spider monkey and choked him out.
I'm telling you, he's going to get your back, he's going to get your neck, he's going to get your ankles, your wrist.
But I've rolled with like a really high level black belt in here in Tarzana, Edwin, and he's like, I think he's like one of the number one guys in jiu-jitsu.
But there's levels too. So, but he's a heavyweight, right?
He's like 180.
Now, another reason he thinks that he'd beat Demetrius Johnson in a fight is because he said he's rolled with the number one guy in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu who was 180 pounds. Let's see how that went. And remember, this is just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's not street fighting.
I got my head bad.
You good?
Yeah, hold on. I got rocked. You got it. That was like a good punch.
Yeah.
That was a good punch.
Got this one?
Yes!
How do you think those exchanges went? I'll tell you how they went. Bradley lost both of these exchanges. In the last clip, he stood up with the jiu-jitsu guy who let go of the submission and fell onto the floor, and Bradley seemed like he considered this a victory, when it wasn't a victory whatsoever. Bradley was struggling up until that point. First off, standing up actually defeats the purpose of the exchange. It defeats the purpose of Brazilian jiu-jitsu because it's against the rules. And it wasn't like they went into that exchange saying, right, let's have a street fight that's grappling based. No, Bradley wanted to see how he was going to be able to do in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu rule set. I guarantee if you said to that guy, let's have a street fight in this controlled environment, the other guy would have mopped the floor with him. And this is a common thing that street fighters or people who've never really been in a street fight think. I've had people say it to me before, well, you're a kickboxer, you're used to sticking to all these rules. In a street fight, there is no rules. And I'd just do this and do that, and I'd grab your ear, and then I'd twist your ear, and then I'd throw you there, and you do this, and go like that, and then I would win. So you think because I fight under a rule set, that means that I can't fight without rules? Baz Rutten put it perfectly.
What you're used to doing, Boss Rutten, is fighting in a sport type situation.
Sure.
Where you got rules. See, out on the street, there are no rules.
You know, and like I cannot fight without rules too,
Yeah,
right?
it's funny.
It's like I can stab eyes too, only I can do it better, more accurate as well.
So to summarise that argument that Bradley's already grappled the #1 guy in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he done bad, he lost, he was knackered and give up. That's why he actually stood up. Brad also said he thinks he can hit them with elbows when they're on the floor, like as if they're just going to lie there and let him do that to them. No, Bradley, there's something called creating a scramble, where by the time you lift your arm up to elbow or to punch, they'll already have created a scramble, created space, and got out and got into a better position.
Because I think most people, when they see that and it goes viral and they don't know who I am, they're like, oh, it's a dumbass big bodybuilder.
Yeah, I think you're a meathead.
They think that I'm not athletic, that I can't jump super high, that I'm not like.
No, you're an athlete.
I've done like it's not like I think I'm gonna sit there and be like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Brad also said he's athletic and can jump super high, which he can. He also can't throw a punch to save his life. Bradley hasn't really got an argument or a leg to stand on here, but there is one caveat. If you take an unskilled but super strong heavy person and put them up against a super skilled weak and light person, if it goes to grappling, the stronger person has the advantage and they have a higher likelihood of winning. So there comes a point when size and strength does matter, when the skilled opponent isn't really strong relative to the size. So I'll give it a little bit more of a specific example. What I mean by this is if you take a 200-pound guy who's super skilled but also strong for their size and put them up against an unskilled 400-pound guy who's strong, the 200-pound guy has a higher chance of winning because they are still strong. So what I'm saying here is when you are the smaller, skilled person fighting a bigger person, you still have to be strong relative to your size. Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, is always the smaller guy. He's 5'3", so he's used to their size, but the bigger fighters aren't used to his size, 5'3", and what comes with that is fast speed and explosiveness. So this is something else to consider. Bradley isn't completely wrong on this Devon situation. He would smash him if he got a hold of him, but that's because Devon's a boxer. Now, if Devon was an MMA fighter, I'd actually put my money on Devon. Now, I don't want to say it because I've always been a fan of Bradley Martyn. I followed him since the early days of YouTube, but people like him do need to be humbled. They need a little bit of an ego check. Am I going to be the one to do it? Maybe if I had a bigger channel, me and Bradley could have a little bit of a grapple or a little bit of a sparring match, bit of an MMA fight. I'd be up for it. I'd take on a fight with anyone. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of this type of talk because fighters do find it disrespectful in a way. But comment down below what you guys think of this. And also, if you've always been on the smaller side and you've always wanted to improve your physicality and increase your strength, so then if a street fight does go down, you're at least able to handle yourself within the strength department and not be completely overpowered. And check out my Natural Physique Academy down below. It's an 8-week program showing you everything that you need to know about building muscle. It's got all the resources you ever need to pack on your next 10 kilograms of muscle. I've also got training programs down below too. Okay, boys, like the video. Appreciate you all recently, and I'll see you all tomorrow.